What up, y'all? Hey, I just got finished watching Zion Lex and Inky's joint. Oh, man. Them boys got it in, and they blessed my soul today. And two brothers that I really, really, really respect them cats. You know what I'm saying? But them boys ain't said nothing that I ain't said already. You know what I'm saying? That's real talk. But I love it because they got a bigger platform than me. And things that I've said and recorded on this very platform, hallelujah, the word is getting preached today, you know. And I recorded a video called "Who is Terry?" and and in that video, I'm trying to get y'all to understand who Terry is, okay? And way before all of this stuff took place with Polite, okay, Polite is an atheist, and he does away with all the religions and all of the histories and anything that people have written and documented for hundreds and thousands of years. They want to disrupt it as foolishness and garbage. All of the so-called Kemetic people who really ain't even Kemetics, you know. And I've been telling people this, and and Inky just did a great. The boys Inky and Zion Lex, I swear to God, them boys, they got to be two of the most articulate Israelites out there. Yes, them boys are more articulate than me, but they ain't said nothing that I ain't said long before them. Because I am an elder, okay? You know, I am an elder. You know, and he talked, Inky got to talking about, you know, how dare you take away all of the information that the old heads have learned way before the internet, okay? The elders. Because guys of our age, for the most part of our life, we didn't have no internet and no social media, or we'd have been stars a long time ago, okay? What I mean by stars, I'm talking about words shining in the sky, words that resonate throughout the souls and minds of human beings, because that's what we was doing before social media. We done dug in libraries and spent hundreds and thousands of dollars and thousands of dollars buying books and committing this stuff to memory, studying this stuff just in case there's a day where they burnt the books. Just in case there's a day they shut down the goddamn internet. Just so y'all can allow people to come up in here and tell y'all that there is no God. Now, remember Yasha told y'all, Yasha asked, I asked Sebastian Cole, the R&B Motown singer. This nigga ain't from Motown, I am. And my uncle was one of the hardest motherfucking producers from in this whole history of this city. Barry Gordy couldn't play. None of Barry Gordy's pianist was cold as Thomas Whitfield. That's why Aretha Franklin got him. Aretha Franklin was from Detroit. Why she never signed with Motown? Huh? The Whitfields never signed with Motown. Because we knew all that shady ism that them boys was doing over there. You know? We knew Barry Gordy grew up right there in the goddamn Black Bottom. You know? I ain't gonna even talk about the gangsters, you know what I'm saying, and the mafia, you know, and the crew, you know, that he was running with, you know. Frank Nitty Usher and oh my goodness, all them cats, okay? Fuck you talking about? Whitfield ain't never signed with them niggas, okay? And we was the coldest, my uncle was the coldest pianist in the game, okay? But I say all that to say this, these cats want to erase anything that was ever important, like we ain't did nothing. They beat up on history. They beat up on anything that we have ever learned just to tell us that there ain't no God. That's the new age thing right here. You see, and that's why Polite got his ass locked up. You see? And I told Sebastian Cole, I asked him, I said, I'm a little upset about this because I don't understand what y'all people stay in the game snatching the very hearts and souls out of black people. Because black people are the architects of this thing called God. Ain't nobody was on this earth talking about this thing called God before us. My mother, my father, my grandmother, my great-grandmother, my great-grandparents. I mean, from the Hebrew to the Igbo, to the Fanti, to the Iwe. You dig what I'm saying? To the Fulani, to the Hausa. All of them people, to the Twa, all of them people had a spirituality that moved and shook this earth. And it was this thing that you people was trying to take us away from called God. And this is why I tell y'all I am the most formidable. Woo, I'm a little tattooed like the Levitical priest. I am the most formidable Israelite alive. And these boys ain't saying nothing I ain't said first. And see, when you get to thinking like me, who's an honest, genuine man, okay, first, okay, I own my raggedy ass house, my dust bucket. I own my raggedy ass BMW, dust bucket. I keep me $2 in my motherfucking pocket, dusty ass pocket. But guess what? Them dusty ass pockets, them jeans cost about $300, $400, $500 motherfucking dollars, and they been doing this, and ain't none of this shit came off the back of the conscious community. Nigga, I've been rocking Kangos, Louis hats, and motherfucking 4950s and all that shit. Man, broke. Gucci, Louis, gold, diamonds and shit. Broke. Benzes, all that shit. Caddies and shit. Broke. I've done them things. Those things, I like them. Them things don't really mean nothing to me. Okay? I've gotten those things and I paid my own hard-earned money for those things. I've never robbed a person, scammed a person to get anything. Not no knowledge, not no wisdom, not none of that. As an Israelite, I was one and still am one who never beat up on Christians because it was through the Pentecostal church, hallelujah, Toda Yahweh, that I first was introduced to God. That pulled me up out of the streets. Woo, that same shit that Berry Gordy was caught up in back in the 60s. I'm from that fucking hood, man. You think I didn't know these people, didn't know this history? I was born to be caught up, right, swooped up right in that shit, man. I'm from the Black Bottle. I'm from Matt Ave. Right now, the house that I own is a house that belonged to one of Detroit's more modern rappers. You see, you double motherfuckers buy houses that belong to motherfucking the people who died. You see, y'all buy houses that belong to motherfuckers like what's that devil worshiping motherfucker named Aleister Crowley and shit like that, and then a rock and roll singer buy his shit. Okay, you dealing with an Israelite legend. And I bought this home, and this home belonged to one of the biggest gangsters. You dig what I'm saying? In the motherfucking red zone. Okay? Me and him had a meeting right here at this motherfucker house. Okay? This guy's on the news and all that shit. No lie. And they was young rappers. I'm talking about in Detroit, them boys had it going on out in this bitch. Okay? I'm talking about on the streets, the boys was fire. You couldn't go nowhere without listening to hear little young motherfuckers playing their music. Okay, that's how Detroit is. Detroit don't give a fuck about no other rappers, really. But who popping in Detroit? That's how Detroit is now. Guess who opened the door for that? Terry Whitfield did. Yasha Ben Israel did. I opened the door for that. I was done and through with it before these motherfuckers knew what to do with it. Now they know what to do with it. Yeah. Okay? But these people want to take us away from God. What I told Sebastian Cole, the Motown singer, the California nigga, the California Motown nigga, no, the real Motown nigga, who solidified legends in his family. Okay? Music. Eastside Cheddar Boys, yeah, 4-2 Dub, okay? Motherfucking Fat Cat, motherfucking Proof. I knew all them people. Boudin, and influenced every one of them. Okay? Okay? But y'all want to take away all our motherfucking history from us, just so we can look at you, drive around and hang around with motherfucking stars. Okay? Polite. Hang around with stars, denounce God, say God is the devil, and all this crazy shit that saying shit like, I believe in the goddamn devil. Yes, Polite said this. And if Polite said this, he believes in the devil. Well, God said in Leviticus 18:17, do not sleep with the woman and her daughter. Do not uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughter. This is deviancy. This is incest. This is wickedness. And all throughout the Deuteronomy portion of the Zana laws, it tells you to sweep the evil out from amongst you, Israel. This is why y'all don't like Israelite knowledge, because Israelite knowledge is pure, strict, hardcore moral values. You people want to hold on to your heathenness and your wickedness and try to do away with the laws of God, man. That is the most crazy, sick, and ridiculous thing I ever heard of in my life, man. And anybody who was down with that side of the program, I know my boy JJ7000 is on there. And my nigga the Shar ain't fucking with you. Okay? Excuse my English. Okay, Sinetta and all you devilish motherfuckers. Zion Lex and them boys ain't fucking with you. Tahaka Bay and them boys ain't fucking with you. Real old motherfuckers who been in this shit 20, 30 years plus ain't fucking with them niggas. This some Johnny-come-lately new nigga shit. All them niggas is young, looking at history. Look in their history. They want to dig off in their Israelite history. I'm going to tell you about my history. My history ain't filled up with nothing but a bunch of marijuana, okay? And I got a bunch of violent fucking crimes, okay? Because I was known for getting at them drug dealers. Them niggas who was running through the motherfucking hood, scaring motherfuckers like they tough and bad. You know what I'm saying? Their reputation didn't mean a motherfucking thing to Terry with here, okay? Y'all scared of them. It be just because they sold drugs, y'all scared of them. Y'all kissing their ass and shit. So what, he got a cable? So what? He drives a BM. He loves when the girls say, ooh, did you see him? Them type of motherfuckers y'all like. Y'all didn't like motherfuckers that was trying to get out the ghetto the good way, working, huh? Y'all didn't like that. Trying to praise God, go to church, and trying to get married, and going to college and shit. Whatever you were doing, it didn't mean nothing to the motherfucking world, black man. This is why I made that one video that touched my soul called The Implications of the Black Man. The implications, the curses of the black man. And it's all recorded in the scriptures. It ain't recorded nowhere else. It ain't recorded in the hieroglyphics. Okay? All y'all want to sit up there and say, Israel stole from Kim, and I debate you suckers on that. Because we can go dig all down through Israel, and you show me anywhere. I challenge you bitch ass niggas. Ooh. On this knowledge. Yeah. You see, when you claim to be an Israelite, what you people fail to understand that opens you up to blackness. And you want to study all
all the ancient kingdoms of the black world when you find out you Israel. See, that's something y'all niggas don't do as Kemet. Okay? Because we understand that we all of that. It's all of that is in our blood. We lived in all those lands, man. All right? I'm talking about for hundreds of years. Okay? For some great wave of magic or something, that's what it would seem like today. It would move those people all across the known world. Okay? But you want to take this goddamn history from us. Yeah, it's a God-cursed history. Deuteronomy 28:15 through 6:8. And we inherited that. Yes, we inherited 1 through 15 too. And some of us are still doing it. Those who hear. Because he said, in verse 1, he said, hear this day. No, they don't want to look at the laws. He said, the day you hear my voice. Jesus said it too. Jesus was talking about Deuteronomy 28:1. The day the Most High stepped to you with this truth, open up your heart, man. Obey and do it. That's when the power of the Most High going to start coming in, people. Not when you sit around here and invest your time, energy, and money to people sitting up here trying to prove to you that a belief system been documented for hundreds and thousands of years ain't no good to nobody. Because that is what carried us all up unto this day. I don't care what religion it is. I've never been anti-religion. I've never been God. I understand the aleph and the lamet, and we dealing with power. I understand that Eli means my power. Okay? I understand that Elohika means your power or his power. I understand that Elohik means her power or your power again. Elohika. Yeah, I understand this kind of talk. Y'all think it's all different kinds of gods. Y'all think it's 3, 4, 5 different kinds of gods. And it ain't nothing but Israelite talk that you people don't understand. But you want to disrespect the elders of Israel. Can't none of y'all young people do that? Young people out here arguing and holding and entertaining debates all on the wrong side of the arguments and winning. Crazy, bro. Crazy. Young guys want to disrespect the elders, talk bad on them. Okay? Why? Because we ain't out here trying to be popular all in front of the camera and shit. That's why I like my little voice podcast. You know, I just like, because the Most High has blessed me with so much knowledge and information, this has become home for me over here at Anchor, where I can just sit back, relax, and share the many blessings for the betterment of humanity. Okay? The same people that want to do away with God, you look at them guys like, look at them. These guys who was impoverished men who grew up broke, not having a goddamn thing. And I'm talking about for decades of their lives. I ain't talking about guys who was broke and then around 15 and 20 start coming up. We talking about guys that been broke all their goddamn lives for 30, 40 fucking years. Then finally get some money. Okay? Because they done tricked y'all that there's no God. He got you believing that the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was that the devil didn't exist. Nah. The greatest trick that the devil ever pulled was that God didn't exist. And I'm going to keep telling y'all that. Okay? And that God exists in some new way or new fashion. The text says there's nothing new under the sun. And this is what makes the elders so great. Because as every day go by, as the years go by, as the months and the weeks go by, as the moments and the minutes and the seconds go by, the elders get wiser and wiser and wiser when they're inside of Yah and they dedicate their whole mind, heart, and soul to Yahuwah. And how dare you young people disrespect that? No. You want to run with Sinetta. You want to run with Unc, crackhead, Sinetta, fucking adulteress, scam artist, con artist, liar, disrespectful to black people. All of that is what his show consists of. Telling you that there's no God, follow me, and then you follow him, and he gonna take your ass straight to the bank. And then talk about niggas like me that like to sit back and smoke weed, me and Unc, me and JJ 7000, crackheads and heroin addicts and shit, huh? And rapists and shit, you know? This shit is really, really ridiculous. These are the guys who y'all run into on YouTube. But you know what? Yahweh has me behind a wall. And only a select few gets to hear these blessed words. And I'm thankful for that. You know, if 1 or 1,000 or 100,000. Yeah, I was on Sonetta platform about two or three times. Very, 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 very short because I don't really have nothing to talk to him about. I'm only there to just show him that he don't know what the fuck he talking about. One time he just cut me right out of the air. I'm sitting in my BMW and I'm having problems, you know, getting in. Really, I ain't got no motherfucking problem. Never had them before. But now I got them all of a sudden that I'm on Sinetta's show. And I'm sitting in my motherfucking Beamer and I'm like, man, they like, go in the house and do this. I'm like, why, nigga? My motherfucking router right there by the window, just right behind me. I got a wife and family and mama and kids and grandkids and shit that don't need to hear me hollering at you goofy ass niggas. They already know who I am. And they know what I like and they know what I do. I'm not trying to disrupt my family and my motherfucker home with you goofy ass niggas. So I go out to my BMW. And motherfucker saw another say, oh, I got one too. See, that's new nigga with new money. Nigga, my Beamer old, raggedy. I done had my shit about 10 motherfucking years. 10, 15 fucking years, dog. I'm deciding right now, because I'm tired of that motherfucker, but that bitch been around so long, do I just get rid of him? I'm gonna get another one. Or do I just keep it and add it to the other motherfucking collection? Fix it up. Yeah, somebody hit my shit hating on me last year, and I never reported to the insurance, because, man, I don't play games like that and up my motherfucking monthly pays with them. I just go pay out my pocket to get that bitch fixed. You know, less than $1,000. Yeah, you know, fix that bitch all the way up, snatch that inside out, throw some fucking Louis interior in the motherfucking head, the hairliners. You know what I'm saying? Add some lights in my shit. Buy it. Ain't no stars giving it to me because stars is in my motherfucking family. And they called it Israel. Did y'all know that the stars of heaven that Satan fell from was called the children of Israel was called the stars of heaven? Have y'all studied the Bible like that? No, y'all ain't go that long. We'll leave that alone though. Y'all think that Satan fell from the fucking sky. No, Satan fell from the children of Israel, man. Satan fell from the stars of heaven. Okay? And that was and we talking about the book in Isaiah. Okay? Satan fell from the stars of heaven, which means there was a very adversarial man who fell from the children of Israel. That's what that means. And he became the king of Babylon. Have y'all not read somewhere in the book of Isaiah where it talked about, even Isaiah 7, the scripture that y'all should know because it signifies Christ, right? Okay, but in reality, it was talking about the kings of Damascus and Ressin, and they were Ephraimites, okay? They were Israelite tribes from the northern tribes. Remember how the northern tribes were said to have went off into paganism? Oh yeah. They became kings of nations and mercenaries and shit and fighters. They were king fighters for other nations. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Very influential in history according to the Bible. But you want to do away with that. Historians' job is to try to sink or disprove the Bible, and they're having a hard time both ways. There's been a seal over the book, and only the lions of the tribe of Judah, according to Daniel, can break this seal. Okay? I am he. Surely I am. Okay? And I thank y'all. I love y'all. Just when my audience is low, they don't have a whole bunch of people in it. You know what I'm saying? It's just me sitting back and just brainstorming and just talking about history and reality and pretty much how just the Bible has blessed my soul. I'm not a subscriber to the Bible anymore. I read the Hebrew Tanakh, but it is because of the Bible and Christianity that I learned some of the greatest disciplines on this planet. I became a master in history. I'm talking about second to none. I've become an omniglot. I barely, if you could tell now, my English is still thugged out, it's still street, it's still slang, it's still ebonic. Because that's where I was raised from. But best to believe I've been to colleges and universities, and I've gotten great grades in English. I'm talking about, I think my highest, I probably went to maybe like English 120. Okay, literature. Okay, all A's. Okay, in college, all throughout high school, I was a bad boy. But during my era, that's what I thought that I was supposed to be. You know, I wasn't interested in school. I was interested in girls in school and trying to find a way to get fresh so I can go to school fresh every day. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't care, but I liked it just being there and amongst the people. I didn't give a damn what they was teaching about. Okay? And I lasted like that probably up until about high school. When I got to high school, they wasn't really putting up with them games like that. They was really testing these kids' intellect. Okay? And I just didn't want to do no work. The teacher give you damn book reports and all that stuff. I didn't want to do no goddamn work, man. That's how I found my wife, man. My wife was like the valedictorian in King High School, the smartest motherfucker in there. And I used to cheat off her fucking paper. Because that stuff didn't mean nothing to me. If it wasn't about teaching me how to get some money so I can buy houses, clothes, you know what I'm saying, cars, jewelry, food, you know what I'm saying, make investments, or anything like that, I didn't really want to be bothered with it. Okay, and that was just pretty much it. I took my man out of it, and I think about the ninth grade, see, the junior high school I went to, we graduated after the ninth grade. It was like grade 7 through 9, while other schools here in Detroit was 6 through 8. Okay, 6, 7, 8. I went to the school Newton, which was 7, 8, and 9th. So when we graduated up out of Newton, we didn't go to high school as freshmen. We entered into high school as sophomores. Okay, so we had a whole different mentality than a whole bunch of other people, you know, and they prepared us a lot. And just by going to these places, you learn this shit. It's just you don't pay attention to it. You don't take life serious. You know what I'm saying? That's what it pretty much boiled down to. And people didn't have, as a black man, I didn't have a real reason to. You know, the media portrayed black people as gangsters, thugs. You know, there wasn't no black people being portrayed as businessmen, doctors, lawyers. That's why I give a big up to Johnny Cochran and Dr. Adam Shakur and Chokwe Lumumba. Okay. I know my history. Dr. Adam Shakur was my teacher at Wayne County Community College and at Wayne State University. Right. Me and his son went to King High School together, and we looked just alike. When he saw me, he like, yeah, you look a lot like my son. I said, I told you, I know your son. Yeah, it's great man, Adam Shakur. Student of Joel A. Rogers. And y'all wonder why I'm so out cold. Man, and y'all young niggas want to just do away with all of that? Want me to do away with all of that? Y'all want to just break that down to nothing? You Satanists, you atheists, you comedics, you so-called people who've been spending the last 10, 15 years trying to do away with God to the black community. Deuteronomy 18:7 say don't sleep with the woman and her daughter. The same guy polite who been telling you ain't no God, I guess he wants to not believe in God because he'd rather lust after a woman and her motherfucker. He want to fuck both of them. I hate to say it like that, but I just have to be free in my own space to talk like that. He wants to have sex with both the mother and the daughter. He want to live in a world, a sexually deviant world, okay, where we go against the rules and standards of sexual behavior. He wants us to just be running around here like nature boy, running around in the jungle like animals and shit. You know, like dogs. You know what I'm saying? Even cats as animals have the decency to hide in the bushes and under porches, and they when they have sex. Cats don't like, if the female cat is very sneaky. She wants to have sex and she wants to get it in, but she don't want to get it in when nobody is there but her and that male cat. They go somewhere deep off in the motherfucking bushes because they don't want to be disturbed. They want to get it all the way in. A dog will sit up there and do it right there in the middle of the street while everybody fucking looking. A dog and a bitch. Okay? And that's what Nature Boy was trying to do. Got people in the damn jungle and all down in the forest and shit. You know what I'm saying? And in the Amazon fucking rainforest and all this Honduras and all this old crazy shit, running around butt-ass naked, talking about he walk around butt naked, he have sex in front of everybody, even his kids, and will have sex in front of your kids. And he's so free that even his kid, his male son, can walk up to him and grab his penis and play with it, and he just go look at him. You know, and he said he'd be over there banging his mama out. And he'd turn around and go, after he touch it, go bang his mama out and be banging and banging her. And the son just be looking and watching. He said he don't give a fuck, he just do it. You know what I'm saying? See, that is the type of stuff that these so-called people in the black conscious, I'm an Israelite. I've never took nice to the people in the black conscious community, and that's my record. That's why me, Sarnetta, Polite, and none of those, and even the Israelites that go on Sarnetta's show, I'm not real friends with those guys. Tazari Aknem and all them other cats that he called, okay? Pastor Bennett and all them cats. I'm not friends with them guys. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't deal with people like that. I don't want to be associated with people like that. And I'm putting out a warning to all Israelites. Please stay out of those people's lives and ways. You don't need them. Those are the newcomers and the new jacks. And they're bent on fighting and being adversarial to Israel. We have proven that these guys who talk about Kemet don't really know Kemet, and the ones who really know it don't really believe it. They don't believe it. Okay? We have already proven that. We have proven all of these disciplines out here that are fighting and attacking us, even elements in the government. We have did all our research as Israelites. And you think that we're going to let some new age movement. We've been around for decades talking this talk and constantly been doing research in it. This is why we always mop y'all people up every time. But y'all gonna attack the New Jacks, okay? Or become friends with the New Jacks and infiltrate the New Jacks against the elders. That's what y'all do. I'm here to tell y'all, I'm mopping up. I don't give a damn, all right? And y'all gonna learn that. Ain't nobody safe around me. Because I know that I've been in the Israelite movement and I know what that's all about. What old and new. I'm not putting up with nobody lying and false doctrine and breaking Yahweh's laws around me. Okay? I'm not putting up with it. Period. No, I'm not racist. See, Yahweh's laws, the existing commandments of the Most High Supreme Power of the universe. But y'all know I blaze up. I told y'all, I get it in. The Hakana Basum. Yeah, I do that. And we talk about that too. Okay? That Hebrew scriptures. Yeah. And so many Israelites is doing it and are the brightest. Intellectually, they are the brightest you'll ever want to meet. Because we twist up. King Solomon and King David ordered this kind of bosom by the tons. And it was even a part of the priestly, the high priestly anointing oil. But anyway, back at the ranch. Everything I do is solidified by the scripture and the text. And people don't really want to deal with real Hebrewism. They want to mix, they don't want the raw dope. They want the mixed jive, and they want to get rich off mixed jive and all this crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't really want the raw dope no more. They want fentanyl. In the 60s and 70s, they wanted mixed jive. You know what I'm saying? For real. Today, they want straight fentanyl. They don't even want the heroin no more. They don't even want the real dope no more. And that's what the young niggas did to y'all. They did the old switcheroo. Y'all niggas ain't even real junkies no more. Y'all niggas is just niggas who don't like life and just want some shit to escape from it. I want to smoke some weed and be all in this motherfucker. Yeah, legal in Detroit for recreational usage. How dare you call me a fucking substance abuser? Ooh. I got a nice big ass grown room upstairs. Y'all wonder why I get these big ass bags from. You know what I'm saying? You know, so y'all wonder these things. I'm trying to tell y'all where this stuff be coming from. I'm trying to tell y'all where this stuff be coming from. Yeah. I surely do. I'm trying to tell y'all where this stuff is coming from. You know, so, I don't know, I produce it. I grows it. I buys it. I sells it. And what I mean by sells it is that I have patience, license, permits, caregiver, and I don't really sell it. It's just that I give it to my patients and bless them with it. They just have to help me. They have to help me, man. They have to help me with the lights and the grow. You know what I'm saying? And then and that's the way the Detroit system is set up. It ain't really set up for you to be out here selling drugs. It's about you out here growing and healing and blessing the people. And that's how you get your money, by growing medical meds. That's what they call it here, the medical meds. But yeah, these people want to try to dig all off into your record. And I'm going to tell y'all about my record. I'm a violent felon. Okay? The cleanup man. The man that does the kind of stunts, well, not does, but have done, in charge. Okay? That's why I'm a violent fella. We're doing things that you would only see on motherfucking TV. Okay? And that's real life. Okay? I learned things from cats like Steve Washington and cats like Leonard Riley. Okay? Real niggas in Detroit know who the people is. I grew up strongly around them people. And Michael Riley. You know, my uncles is Rileys. Y'all know that, don't y'all? My daddy know people is Rileys. Alright? I grew up around people like that. Okay? I grew up around some real heavyweight guys out here in these streets. And they was not drug dealers, mostly. They were guys that come and get you. And that's why I have a history of violent crimes. Am I a woman beater? I slapped the shit out of women a couple times when they done just got straight beside themselves. But you gotta understand, I'm a kid from the 70s. I grew up listening to Too Short and Uncle Luke and watching movies like Superfly, Who's the Mac and shit, and had uncles and shit that actually was pimps and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of black men got caught up in that stupid shit. But like the mighty Hebrew said, all of that was before I was an Israelite. You did. You know, yeah, I had a history of violent crimes. You know what I'm saying? Very violent crimes. I've been caught up in some very bad situations. You know what I'm saying? And it took the government a while to deal with the situation because I never was on the run. I never missed court dates or any motherfucking thing. Somehow, you know, I mean, I've had police pull me over. They was looking for me and pulled me over. And hey, you the guy that did such and such. Don't you know that what you did, man, shook up the whole motherfucking precinct right there on St. Jean and it was St. Jean and Jefferson at the time. Do you know that? And he was telling me, I was like, look, man, I'm going to tell you what happened. I'm honest to God, man. I've never got caught up in anything. You ain't got nothing on me now. And this and that. He was like, man, he told me, man, that, you know, you was in some trouble. And you know, you in some real trouble, brother. You know, and I really didn't understand the detriment. But he's like, don't worry about it. We're going to take care of it. And God sent his angels for me. I was supposed to get carted off and sent straight to the penitentiary for home invasion, 2 counts of assault with a deadly weapon. When I was actually coming to do something a little bit worse than that. You know, and I told the police what really happened, man. You know, he was like, man, I feel you. He said, if I was you, I'd have killed everybody in the fucking house. He said, but we're gonna let you go. Don't worry about this. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna try to do what we can. This was the officer. And for years after that, I've got stopped by the police. And, you know, I've gotten caught with marijuana. That's back when it was illegal. And, you know, with driving without licenses. And, I mean, getting into fights in the hood. And, you know, all kinds of crazy shit that would happen to me that would end me in and out of jail and interacting with the government. You know what I'm saying? And I would never get locked up or anything. Okay? And years later, some shit happened. Okay? And I got caught with a dirty bird. Okay? You hear me? I got caught with a throwaway. You did. And when I got caught with this, man, I done got caught with pounds and shit, been in drug wars, all kind of crazy shit. Mostly over marijuana, back when it was illegal. Okay? I never go to penitentiary. You hear me? I never go in and out of jail for all kind of shit, you know. So I'm thinking that I got away with some shit. And something happened to where I had got a call that I didn't like, so I came out the house ready to go do some old-fashioned work. And I got set up, and before I got about 2 blocks from the scene, I got swooped on by a brigade of motherfucking police who stretched me out, threw me out of the bins. You know what I'm saying? Had me all on the ground and shit. And they dig in the car and they find guns and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I catch a felony. The 2 counts of home invasion and assault with a deadly weapon got thrown out of court because I, as a man, only did what I, as a man, was supposed to do in that situation. Okay? And at the end of the day, whether you want to call it atheist or not, the Most High was with me. I wasn't out really trying to harm nobody. People was out trying to harm me. Okay? I wasn't trying to do no bad. People was trying to harm me and destroy me and to take away from me and to just break me down. And there's only so far a real man gonna take of that shit. Okay? So I took it to the streets. Okay? And the people who I took it to the streets to, at least the male counterpart, was connected to a very, very, very strong street movement. All right? Okay? So, I'm talking about people who got roots in Detroit doing their thing since the 60s. Okay? I got to be from, and that's the reason why I had to handle that like I did. You know, you don't play with them kind of guys. You let them kind of guys who think they up there like that, you got to let these niggas know, I don't play them type of games with you guys. Okay? You guys I'm not the one for that. You know, I grew up liking, what was that movie with Charles Bronson in it? Where he was running through there, tearing up the whole city. It was a street gang of motherfuckers, a little white street gang that was terrorizing every motherfucking thing. And Charles Bronson, you know what I'm saying, went and tore all their ass up. Well, that movie very much influenced me as a young boy. Okay? And I didn't like the people who all y'all was bowing down to and kissing their butts and letting them break in your houses and take your womans. And I wasn't playing them type of games like that. I'm going to let you know, when you violate it right over here, you violate one of God's laws over here, man, God gonna strike you niggas down, man. Okay? And that's what I was about, man. You know, as long as you didn't violate me, I live by God's law. So, as long as you didn't violate me, I really didn't have no problem with you. But when you start violating me, then we got to go ahead and handle this. And I got to let you boys know, nigga, we don't play them type of games like that. And that's the type of shit that's on my record. That's just one account. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I talked about 6, 7 motherfucking accounts, all in one motherfucking story. But that's just one fucking conundrum, right? I got a fucking record of that kind of dumb shit. You know, violent temper, you know, violence, you know, violence. Mother freaking violence. That's what Terry Whitfield, Yasha Ben Israel have a history of. And can't nobody defame me. I'm from the streets of Detroit, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a, you know, I don't know, man. I've lived a great life, you hear me? And I've lived a great life. And I'm not just this wicked, evil person. Anything that I've ever done was out of necessity, out of defense of life, not to offend life. You know, if I had to do anything, if I ever had to beg, borrow, and steal, it was maybe my stomach was touching my back. Sorry. Okay? Okay? If I ever had to do anything that could be put in that type of category, you did? If I ever had to to do any type of violence out here, it was because people was offending me. They was on the offense, okay? And they thought that I'm supposed to bow down to the offense, you know? And I'm trying to let them know that as a pit bull, y'all pit bulls have bit a kango, man. You bit the kind of dog, man, that your bite only just let me know that you don't like me. Now let me go ahead and take care of you. You have no reason not to like me because I don't be in your business. You did. That's what it is, you know? But, yeah, you know, I have to say that, man, because, yeah, I tell you, people stay outside another joint. They going all in the Israelite history and past and finding, just because Polite is caught up in pedophilia, you know, Sarnetta is exposed, and he telling on everybody. You know, he want everybody to go down with him. He know the ship is sinking. He know it. And he want everybody to go down with him. And that's why I tell Sarnetta, JJ 7000 and the Mighty Hebrew and other Israelites that are close to me, man, to stay off that man's show, man. That man finna take the ship down with him. He finna get close to you. He finna get you involved into a heated debate that's gonna be passionate. They about to be disrespectful. Y'all about to be fighting. There's gonna be a lot of ad hominem attacks going on. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get real personal. And now he's finna dig off into your goddamn record. Okay? If though smoking and drinking is sins or crimes. I better stop that goofy shit. Alright. I mean, this world is just really, really sick. It's really sick. People would rather follow a fantasy than to follow and to embrace the truth that exists the way the Most High Yahweh Elohika Eli wa Eloheinu El Elyon created to exist. Very, 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 very sad. Very sad. Deuteronomy 18:17. You don't sleep with a woman and her daughter. This is the type of foolishness. This is why they want you to do away with God. See, God has principles, established principles that has been established. I'm talking about the finest principles I've ever seen or studied on the earth. The Israelites have them. When you study them in this pureness and in this essence, they have them. And these people want to shatter all of that. All right? They want to shatter all of that just so you can be like Polite and sleep with your wife's daughter. Because he said them women are his wives. I say he lying. I say that I don't believe in polygamy in the United States of America the way that these guys is practicing it. That's probably whoregamy. Okay? You got many whores. You don't have any wives, bro. In fact, you don't have not one wife according to the biblical Hebrew standard. And this is why you don't like it, and this is why you do away with it. And this is why you want to turn everybody away from what God said do. God said, your wife, you take her as a virgin, man. And you investigate her virginity. And if you don't think she's a virgin, you ask for the evidence of her virginity. That's what God said in his book. That is what qualifies a woman to be a wife in God's book. All you heathens don't like that because y'all want to turn and keep the world into whorish perversion and sexual deviancy. Y'all like the fact that women have... Let me tell you something, man. I'm just going to be flat honest with you. The only women that I have heard of, that I haven't heard of being raped, I can't think of them. Every woman around me that I've ever talked to, how about that, have told me a story where some thirsty ass individual molested, pedophile, or raped a woman in the African American family. And I've constantly made videos about this. I've constantly had podcasters about this. My story ain't changed. You people following the people that's changing. 1 minute, like Dr. York type people. 1 minute I'm a Muslim, 1 minute I'm an Israelite. The next minute I got my Masonic Lodge. Then I become a straight Christian minister, and then I go off into start studying the Babylonian tablets and get to talking about Enki and spaceships and all of this crap, and then create a system called the Nuwabic, where all of that stuff supposedly flourishes and manifests, but at the same time, y'all created a whole new language that ain't got nothing to do with none of that. Don't represent none of that. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, y'all building pyramids, doing this and that, opting out of the government, sovereignty, this, that, boom, boom, boom. And they want to opt out of government because they want to go around there and molest the little 12, 13, 15, 16, 18-year-old girls and introducing them to whoredom, sexual deviancy. No established principles. I tell you that the Hebrew Zana laws are some of the oldest established sexual principles on the planet. But you won't follow people that go with that. This is the craziest world I've ever seen in my life. And the new people need they need a savior. Okay? They need a man that's going to tell them the truth. If I ain't been doing it for the last 40 years. Don't nobody like Terry Whitfield. Don't nobody like Yasha. Because Yasha talk about the things don't nobody want to know. He talk about the things don't nobody want to talk about. But I say these things and I talk about these things. And as the days go by, my words start manifesting in the goddamn land. Scriptures say a real prophet word is not going to leave his mouth and then return back void. I'm confident on everything I say. I say black, African American, Hebrew, Israelite, stay off of and stay out of the so-called black conscious movement. We're not about that. We are about worshiping our God unadulterated. I see y'all. I'm out, signing out for the Terry Whitfield Yasha Business Israel podcast show. Okay. Well, I still got a couple minutes, and somehow my mechanism is not allowing me to sign out. I ain't in a rush to be away from y'all. I wish I can go longer, but my segment can only be 60 minutes. Oh, and I can't log out. We gonna ride it on out, y'all. Yeah. Anti-God people, African Americans, anti-God niggas. You know what I'm saying? Heathens, ungodly Hebrew lawbreakers, molesters, rapists, dope fiends, scammers, liars, thieves, con artists. See, that's what happened when you do away with the Israelite law. Bank on that. That's what happens. All and every time.